As she drove, she watched for other people on the streets to see if they were staring at the Perel the way the boys had. Maybe it was time to ditch this old clunker. Man, she hated giving up the car. Okay, so the body was dented and the paint chipping off, and it had shimmies and grinds coming from the undercarriage, but it was paid for. It had over 166,000 miles on the engine, but it had never left her stranded anywhere with anything more extreme than a dead battery. She needed that kind of reliability. Her stomach rolled with worry. What problem had Fracture left her in this time? She felt more like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with every passing episode, which left her with missing time. Had her own personal Mr. Hyde learned how to escape this lock? Or maybe it had known where to find the key. It scared her even more that her counterpart, the one she never remembered being, might possibly be tapping into her thoughts without her knowing. She turned onto the main road, hoping the flow of traffic would keep her hidden for a bit longer. Her vents, which she had on a low fan, sucked in exhaust fumes from the truck in front of her. "We're behind a stinky boy again," Echo said as she switched to circulating the interior air. With her car as old as it was, she wasn't really certain that this feature worked like it should, but it gave her peace of mind that she wasn't taking in all the toxins from the road. Because worrying about poison gases at a time like this is logical, she thought sarcastically to herself. The metallic taste in her mouth could be from the air outside, or from her anxiety. She didn't know which, but wished it would go away. Maybe the boy's words hadn't really meant anything, she tried to reason with herself. Maybe he just thought it looked like another car which had pulled out in front of him, or nearly run him over the day before. She might be getting worried over nothing. When has that ever been the case? Her thoughts ricocheted. It was bad enough that she had another personality to deal with, but betrayal by her own worrisome thoughts was nearly as terrible. Every second that slipped by, Echo expected a safeguard officer to appear behind her with his lights flashing for her to stop. Her skin itched with worry, and the prickling felt like it was crawling up over her back. She glanced up into the rearview mirror, then looked over her shoulder as she shifted into another lane. Echo felt like every other driver on the road watched her, as if knowing that she'd done something wrong, as if reporting her location. She hated this world. How long until she could get off? "You're here because you can't control the Nova Homodrac personality," she reminded herself. "Better to put you on a world with no short-term danger, a kind of cleanup crew, so you can't do any lasting harm." Personally, that seemed like a shitty reason. She wouldn't be able to save anyone if her out-of-control shadow self got her locked up now. She should have taken the Sapir's offer. "You were born prematurely," she'd been told by a Sapir who aided the dragon in giving birth to her. "Your old memories weren't completely wiped out to allow for the integration of the dragon aspect. There is a ceremony we can perform, but you have to be willing to go through a great deal of pain." She hadn't been willing. At present, turning down their offer didn't seem like the wisest of ideas. But at the time, the Sapirs hadn't known how prematurely she'd been born, or how severe the split would be. She figured if it was a contest between taking her chances or dealing with pain, she'd hope for fortune any day. Yet waking up nearly every day with spans of lost memory made it appear like luck was not on her side. More and more, she felt like a bug trapped in the slender space between glass and a window screen on a sweltering day. The more she scurried to seek a way out, the hotter and more frantic she felt.